Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day, evening, night, whenever you are listening or witnessing to the Creatively Dreaming podcast with yours truly, Luna Lins. We're figuring out the intro. I think that was good. I think that was a good one. I think that felt good. That felt good. I'm really excited. This is legit the first time I'm talking today, so bear with me. I'm also realizing how fucking blind I am without my glasses because I don't want the glare on my glasses to be, like while I'm podcasting. I also don't have contacts, so I am as blind as a bat. As you can see if you're watching the video, I have a beautiful bat wing on right now, which I'm personally obsessed with. It is my trademark, so I did it first. Probably not, but I'm gonna say I did it first because I haven't seen other bitches do it. Also, I have an artwork that I have an artwork where I had one side was a bat wing, other side was a butterfly, and that was part of my thesis of kind of like showing duality and all of that good stuff. You can also tell that it is the morning because I have some tea with me. Oh my god, it's so good. It's the Stosh brand, or Stash. I say Stosh because my brother's name is Stosh, so I'm gonna say Stosh. It's so fucking good. I think it's vanilla spice or something, like yummy cinnamon-y chai tea, chai motherfucking tea. Chai is so fucking good. I also have to be wary about how much I'm cussing because I'm thinking I'm gonna try to bleep them all out. Last episode I bleeped out some of them but not all of them. So it is a lot of work, I think, to have to bleep them out. But anyways, I also added some sugar and some creamer, and it is very, very, very yummy. So I'm going to be sipping that as we go today. But yeah, I'm super excited because I have more like designated segments to talk about today. And we'll add to it as we go, I believe, obviously, but we're just gonna have like a natural flow with it. So this is the Creatively Dreaming podcast. Welcome if you haven't been here before. Thank you for being here. I currently have also Labubu earrings on. I'm sorry, I feel like I got dolled up and I feel so cute. Where did my sorry, I had this massive bracelet on. Oh, it's in my, I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why it was in my lap, but my best friend who lives in fucking Colorado, one of my besties, lives in Colorado and made this for me and sent it from Colorado. I could cry. I could literally cry. She made this and sent it from Colorado. I also had a black and pink one that she made me, and I'm so sorry, Sierra, but I did lose it because I wore it so much that I don't know where it went. I'm honestly so upset about it. I still have the I'm Just a Girl one that she made for me that's on this wrist, but again, this is so cute. And it's also kind of like a fidget thing. The little stars can like turn and move, and it's super cute. Anyways, other than how cute I look today, we're gonna jump in to the pop culture pop-up segment of this podcast. For the longest, when I was younger, I hated, quote in quotes, we'll say, at the time when I was like fully in my teenage angst vibes, when I was like a teenager, I was just girl trying to be so hipster. I was like, I hate pop music, which at the time it did irritate me, I will say. Like at the time, pop I can't speak, pop music did irritate me at the time. Now, girl, I'm obsessed with pop music, and I'm obsessed with hyperpop specifically, and anything like that. Speaking of hyperpop, yo, I don't know if you guys listen to Toby Lou, but y'all need to listen to fucking Toby Lou, okay? We'll get into Sabrina Carpenter and her album as well. I actually haven't listened to the whole thing of it, because, again, we'll get into that, but we'll get into Sabrina Carpenter, Doja Cat, Digital Empathy by Trevi Moran. We'll get into Swag by Justin Bieber a little bit, but maybe, possibly, that's a lot to touch on, but we'll see what happens. Toby Lou just came out with a hyperpop album with like, it was a collaboration with other people, it looks like, and all of the songs have like a little heart at the end of the name of the song, and it's so fucking cute. I'm personally obsessed with it. I've been like, I'm not kidding, I feel like I've been like living in a motherfucking dream, because I was going through it this past week, like emotional, on my period, sobbing. I'm not exaggerating when I say I was sobbing, scream crying, like, god. I Let me just take a sip of my drink. But seriously, like, so emotional this past week. I don't know what the fuck is in the air. I feel like everyone is going through it in some way, shape, or form. Big moves this past week. I don't even know. I don't know what it is. But the emotions for me have been insane. My mood swings have been fucking crazy. So, that being said, when I saw that Toby Lou came out with this album, I think I saw it on Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. I worked at 1, and it was like 11:45, we'll say. And I was like, I really want to go roller skating, because I saw somebody on my feed roller skating, like, in their fucking neighborhood and, like, having a blast, and they were, like, really talented at it. And I have roller skates and I have a driveway. So I was like, I really should go roller skating, like, even if it's for a little bit before work, because I'm ready for work and I want to go roller skating. So yeah, and I just popped on Toby Lou's little, like, hyperpop album, and it is so good. And I was just, like, riding around on my roller skates listening to this song, this music, and I was recording it. I'll probably insert some clips here. Can we do it at my tempo? Back it up, my get low. I'll try to. Where I had, like, the Hello Kitty filter on. I was, like, living in a dream. I will say, though, a yellow jacket, like, booped me in my nose, which was crazy. Didn't hurt me. I just, like, we just crossed paths, I guess. But, like, why are there so many yellow jackets this summer? I don't understand what's going on. There are so many fucking yellow jackets. It's, like, actually insane. Blah, blah. I'll put that there. But yeah, me just moving my set around. I also have a new artwork that my best friend Julia did. She said, "This is you," and she gave it to me, and I love that. But yeah, just very, like, pink bubblegum fucking vibey vibes listening to Toby Lou's album. My favorite ones are For the Girls, I think is one of the names of them, and then also About That Beat. Something, I don't know if it's that one, but he did, like, a recreation of an old song he had. What is the original song called? I don't know about that B. Hop up in a G. I can't think of what the original song is, but regardless, I fucking love Toby Lou. I need to go back and, like, listen to more of him, and also, like, I've been listening to that album on repeat too. It's just, like, good beats and good vibes for real. So I definitely recommend that if you're in your, like, hyperpop clubbing era, like I am. And it's, like, it's very, like, daytime party vibe. So you know what I mean? Like, ugh, God, another segment I have is called Luna Lynn's Lore. I feel like these are just gonna overlap, because then I think of something else. Part of Luna Lynn's lore is that there was Pride last year. Oh my god. Pride last year during Brat Summer. Are you kidding me? Like, literally peak. The way I can't speak. Peak. It was peak. And then I got COVID, and then it wasn't peak anymore. But first and only ever time I got COVID, knock on mother wood. And it was, of course, after Pride. Of course. But whatever. It is what it is. It was blast, though. We went to DC for, like, this daytime party. I've never, like, partied like that during the day. It was so fun. It was a quote-unquote pool party. The pool was literally 4 feet deep, maybe. It was cute, though. It was very fucking cute. But there was a DJ, and they were going off, and it was like, although it was very loud, and there was a point when this was honestly the last time I think I've ever at a party, you know what I mean? So I literally one little baby, and this was last year. I, like, haven't done since March, so we love that for me. But anywhoosies, Yeah, so I was trying to go to my mind palace and think about how I was trying to I was trying to go into my mind palace and think about anything else but so I was trying to play like reggae in my brain because my heart was beating out of my motherfucking chest. Like you know how like I feel like just even listening to like high BPM music makes your heart race, especially if you're at a party with random people that you don't know. I was in the hot sun in the pool chilling, but also like kind of freaking out a little bit because I just when I never you know what I mean. So yeah. Anywho's is. I think the caffeine is starting to set in. We're starting to wake up. Like I said, bear with me today. It is legit before 8 a.m. It's like 7:30 that I'm filming this, by the way. So you're welcome because I'm gonna deliver regardless of if it is fucking 7 in the goddamn morning, okay? Because I am that motherfucking bitch. I woke up today was motherfucking great. Okay, let's just talk about it. I I know we're in a segment. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. I don't give a fuck. When I woke up, I journaled. Okay, that'll also get into the artist way. It doesn't matter. All the segments are one. Everything is one. You want to be all hippie motherfucker hippie about it, but it's true. So when again, do I need to be tested for ADHD or is this podcast just a surefire sign that I have it? Is that a saying? Surefire sign? I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, so I journaled this morning, did my morning pages that you're supposed to do when you're reading The Artist Way. I have not read much of it since I last filmed because I last filmed like on Wednesday, so it's currently Monday. Um, and girl, I've been working and hanging out with friends and like living my best life. So, and crying and sobbing as well. Uh, just the balance of life, you know, that's just the balance of life. And I think that's so valid and so real. Um, but yeah, yeah, so what were we talking about? Right, this morning, journaled. Then I got ready, brushed my teeth, did my little dance workout. I don't know if you getting into pop culture, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. But kind of getting into pop culture, Sabrina Carpenter. I listened to Espresso, the fitness Marshall on YouTube. They have dance workouts, and I absolutely dootly recommend it for anyone to wake up to. Listen to Espresso and dance with the fitness Marshall. I fully recommend it. I did that, and then I did Exits by Tate McRae. They also have a dance for that. And then I did Feminine Energy by Cobra. And then Cobra has a boiler room that I didn't know about. I didn't know about that. But after I did the dance to Feminine Energy, I was like, okay, I also learned and taught a dance for the song Brand New Bitch. Do my nails, cut my hair, I'm a brand new bitch. I legit just burped. I think I do leave it in. Who cares? That's actually cares. Um, I've only drank it like almost 2 bottles of water, and I've drank kind of half my tea, and I also had a little bit of my acai bowl, so I'm feeling like groovy this morning, but literally groovy because I was dancing to Brand New. And then I put on the boiler room and I was just like stretching, whatever, listening to Cobra. And then they played Brand New again. I'm like, okay, we gotta run the dance back a fourth time, a fifth time. You know, if you're a dancer or whatever, if you've ever been to a dance class, you know the dance teacher is like, okay, one more time. Okay, one more time. Okay, actually, one more time. And it's like, it's just a fun thing because it's like, are like, okay, I'm gonna get it down this time. Actually, you know what? I can do it better this time. And you just like, it's addicting. Dancing is addicting, especially like learning a new dance. It's so addicting. I am obsessed with it. Um, but yeah, so I was living my best life dancing to Brand New Bit this morning, which literally woke me up so well. That it was like the perfect way to wake up. Like, are you kidding me? I shower, I did my makeup, I ate, I made my tea, I set this up, and we're here. And I'm gonna have a good motherfucking day, and you gotta bring that in to your life. You gotta call in a good motherfucking day by dancing immediately when you wake up, pretty much. I journaled first, and then I danced, and then we got cute, and then we're filming, and then I'm gonna go to work at 9 a.m. And this is why I'm filming so early. So, lol. So, yeah. Tubby Lou. About that beat, hop up in a Jeep. This is why I almost got up to grab my iPad so I could look things up at least. That would have probably been good, but I am set up on my bed, so once I'm sat, if I get up, everything falls over. Everything will fall over. So, no moving after I'm set up. But now I'm just learning what I need, is I probably need my iPad to possibly look things up if I need at times, as people do on podcasts. But, anywho's, yeah. Sabrina Carpenter's new album, okay, first of all, let's talk about the music video. For Tears? The music video for Tears. The music video for motherfucking Tears, but that was beautiful. I am obsessed with that song, and I am obsessed with that music video. I was not expecting a Rocky Horror vibe for that music video at all, but everything about that music video was cinema. Everything that Sabrina Carpenter does in her music videos is cinema, but that one specifically, dude, I mean, all of them, Manchild, and like people were shit on Manchild for whatever reason. I personally love that song, and she slayed. And I don't know, I am obsessed. But I will say, I did try to listen to the album, and I couldn't really understand what she was saying. And like, usually I'm okay. It depends on the vibe of the song. I just couldn't really get into the groove when I was trying to listen to the rest of the album, to be honest with you. So I switched it and listened to something else. I did not listen to the whole album, but I did really like Tears. I do like Manchild. I feel like there was another one I did kind of like, but it is just like, at least what I could tell when I started to try to listen to it, like, it was just difficult to hear what the lyrics were, so if I were to look up the lyrics, I'd probably like it a bit better. But I don't know. I don't want to, like, judge it too hard, because I obviously have not listened to it thoroughly, and given it a second try, because sometimes when you listen to an album for the first time, you're like, and then it grows on you. So that could also be the case for this one as well. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, so that was a slay. That music video was a motherfucking slay, and I need to rewatch it, actually. I also am obsessed with Doja Cat's Jealous music video. That was also insane. The 80s vibe. Okay, let's just talk about Doja Cat and her Jealous era and her, like, this new 80s era, because I love her so much. I stuck with her through the Scarlet. I also love the Scarlet album. I absolutely adore the Scarlet album. I have listened to that whole album, like, through, like, multiple times, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm really excited for her new era. But regardless, like, that music video, let's just talk about how she was obsessed with the dude from Stranger Things, right? Validly so, mainly for his character on Stranger Things. Like, I feel like I understand why she, I get it, but him without the hair, like, he wasn't as, like, a vibe as he was in the show. Granted, he was toxic in the show, right? No, he wasn't. I'm thinking about the brother. I'm thinking about the brother who's actually really toxic, but is Eddie toxic? I think he's cool. I can't remember. I haven't seen Stranger Things in so long, but I feel like she just, like, realized that it was the aesthetic that she really liked about that man. This is just my hypothesis. I have no idea. I'm legit just a girl who's hypothesizing, and I think she just took that energy and she ran with it, and she made it so much better in this music video. And the big hair, the everything. Like, I also just want to talk about how how Y2K has come back, like 2000s vibes, fashion, all of that has come back. Every 20 years there's like a resurgence of the same thing, but it's recreated and sometimes it looks completely different, but sometimes it has the same elements. So like 80s and 2000s are both kind of tacky, right? But in a good way. Like tacky in an artsy, fun, bold, fun, like layers for clothes. Like we're gonna be wearing layers. We're gonna have big hair. We're gonna like wear colorful makeup, colorful hair, colorful clothes, like bomber jackets that have, all the different colors. You know what I mean? Like there's like similarities in both. I don't know if both did like the low waist jean. I think that's more of a 2000s thing, but I also didn't live in the 80s, so I don't know. Maybe 80s was more high waisted. Um, but I genuinely don't know. Oh, I just have a tea bag in my pocket. But yeah, I think that's so I just think it's very interesting that Doja Cat is doing like an 80s theme. Also, Sabrina Carpenter's album kind of gave 80s for some reason, but I think it's also just like, I don't know, all of the colors and the fun, and her wearing her, I think it's her natural hair that's like with the curls and everything too, very like 80s. Like I'm trying to embrace my curls more too. I love my fucking curls, I really do. I like the like stylizing myself like a fucking Barbie doll and straightening my hair sometimes, but my curls are gorgeous and I love them. I just feel like my hair does draw a lot of attention to me, which is a good and a bad thing. I don't know how I feel about it. I work in a Michaels, so it's kind of like can be annoying, but someone's like, "Oh my god, your hair!" It's very sweet. It's very sweet, and I appreciate it. But I feel like I'm just like, "Oh my god, I don't want the attention," but it's like I kind of have had the attention on me since I was young because I've naturally have blonde hair. Now it's not so blonde, but I grew up like natural blonde curls, and so random bitches in the motherfucking grocery store, old women, middle-aged women, I should say more, so would just touch my hair without asking. Hey, I'm not a pet. Hey, I'm literally a little girl. Hey, don't do that. That's fucking weird. Don't touch my fucking hair. Like, I literally, what are you doing? I know it's beautiful and it's golden and you want it. Like, I'm fucking Rapunzel and you want to cut it off so that you can have your powers or whatever, or like, wow, whatever the tea is. And, but, like, leave me alone. Um, yeah, no, that's just weird. But now I have pink hair. I kind of live for it. It's fun. It is a good time. I definitely wake up and I'm like, I have pink hair, nothing matters. Like, we're just gonna slay and have a good day. Like, every day. Like, it is very fun. I will say, it is very fun. But it is harder to kind of stylize clothes. I'm like, okay, kind of have to wear all black or white or like things that work with it. I can't really wear a red shirt that doesn't, unless my hair's up, I guess. But it's just a whole thing. So, any hoosies. Any hoosies is my my word of the day, apparently. I'm gonna drink more of my tea. How long have I been filming? 25 minutes. That's not too bad. I think that means I have like 20 more minutes to film. I've also been listening to a lot of The Dare. Another incredible music video is Digital Empathy by Trevi Moran. She fucking killed that shit. I'm absolutely obsessed with that song. I'm really trying to create choreo for it. I am not the best at creating choreo, but you know what? I can learn. And I have done pretty good making choreo, but it is not the easiest thing, especially because like I don't know, when I listen to the lyrics I think of like acting out the lyrics instead of like making a move that works with the song and the beat. Sometimes I can do that, but I think instinctively in my brain I like try to like act it out, and so that's just something that I'm struggling with. But I would definitely recommend go watch Digital Empathy by Trevi Moran. She talks about addiction in it, but also just, digital empathy. So it's an interesting word to think about with how we are nowadays, just like all online. Literally right now I'm filming a podcast. It's an interesting world for sure. I know somebody else in my comments wanted me to talk about my experience in art school, which I can do in another podcast, like, and dedicate a little bit more time to that and like figuring out what I talk about in that. But yeah, I definitely want to talk more about like my art school experience, absolutely. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the Dare, the Swag album by Justin Bieber. Obsessed. I love that album. I love R&B. Also, been listening to a lot of old Never Ending Fall, which is a band that I grew up with in my town. Now they're in LA and slaying, and they just came out with a new song called You, and it's really fucking good with like two other songs as well. But I've been listening to their old album, which nobody else can get a hold of because I have the CD and they deleted it off of all platforms. So that's dope. But kind of sad, but I have the CD, so I'm happy, and I've been listening to that on occasion as well in the car. Um, but yeah, so that was my pop culture pop up, and now we gotta move on to Luna Lynn's lore because I did promise to tell the story of how I got stuck in a flood with my car, and now I have to bring my car to a junkyard this week, literally. Yeah. Basically, I have been working for a paint party business and I have to travel a lot, right? So I put a lot of miles on this old GMC Acadia 2008. She had been through it and she has gone through it, let me tell you. Um, and on this particular day, I was kind of stuck in traffic the entire way there already. Pick up my coworker, we go to try and it starts we go try to drive to the venue and we're like 30, no, we are like genuinely like 45 minutes to an hour still away after I pick her up, and I'd already driven an hour because of what I've moved away, so I'm not as close to everything in Baltimore and everything. So I had to drive down, and then we drive down some more and it starts to rain and it actually starts to flood. And I mean, the streets were like little baby rivers, not baby rivers, there was like rivers in the streets. Driving through some of these back roads was the most scary experience I've ever experienced. I've never driven through a flood like that. It wasn't like, where everyone's car was getting ruined type of flood, but it was pretty bad. And I was going through like these back roads and they were windy and they're going up and down, meaning the water was like rushing down. And on this one road, it was the way that it was tilted on the side of the street that I was on, that's where all the water was. So I was just driving through like this literal like river with back roads, trees everywhere. It's so foggy. I'm here with my coworker. I'm just like, I do not have a good feeling about this. Like, I really don't. Like, this is really terrifying. And I even had her call the venue and I'm like, are you guys still open? And like, it's pretty bad of a flood today. Like, I don't know if we should do this. And then my car comes up and it says, transmission hot, idle engine. This has come up before one time for me when I was driving back from Philly, actually for another paint party, and I went the wrong direction, and then I had to drive an extra 2 hours because I was so tired from the day before that I drove to the wrong vent. Oh my god. That's a whole nother story. Because I did a paint party and I went to a Billie Eilish concert in the same day. I worked a paint party and I went to a Billie Eilish concert in the same day, girl. And let me tell you, that paint party was, I, it happened. It did happen, but I was so anxious. It was like really not so good. But anyways, it's fine. Regardless, that is the only other time it has come on my way back from Philly, when I had been driving probably at that point 4 hours, and I just parked my car for 15 minutes, turned it back on, it was perfectly fine. Did not say transmission hot, idle engine anymore, so it was fine. Just drove home. Never popped up again until this night. I mean, it was probably like 4 or 5 p.m. at this point, when we were driving, and it happened again in the flood. And initially when it came on, I was like, okay, we just need to pull over wherever I can find. We're on these back roads. I literally parked at the end of somebody's driveway. Their driveway went up. So it was like, thankfully there was like that little side spot that I could put on my hazards. It's really rainy, it's really foggy. Everyone's like, also there was a tree that had fallen. Everyone was like swerving around it, like genuinely chaos. The whole time I was just like, I don't have a good feeling about this. Back to the pop culture of it all, but actually rock culture, because the whole time we were listening to the Youngblood album. Love that album as well. I need to listen to that album more, honestly. I think I'm just like Youngblood felt like mine, because this is just how it, you know how it is when you're like, that artist is mine, and then like the whole world starts to love them, and their US tour tickets are completely sold out, and it just like it's really sad. So I just was sitting on the side of the road, it was flooding, and I was in my car, and Youngblood was playing, and I was there with my coworker just like, oh my god, like I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to this fucking party, and everything's flooding, and it's really scary. And as soon as I turn it back on and I turn around, because the hill that we had gone down, it was like, we're not going to go down further because that's where more of the water is going to be. So we turned around, especially because that's where we were supposed to get onto the highway. But it was 5 p.m. It was, what's it called? Rush hour. It was rush hour. So it was like, I was like, I can't sit in traffic. It says idle engine. You're not supposed to sit in traffic and let your car run if your car is idling whatsoever. So it's something that I kind of know. And so I was like, girl, the thing came back on. It says transmission hot. We are not getting on that highway. I passed it, and as we're sitting on this light to like turn into another neighborhood so I can park again, because there just really was no space to park on the side of this road. It was really busy, like rush hour traffic is horrible. My car starts to smoke. My car starts to smoke. We were just sitting at this light waiting for it to change. We're like anxious. Please change. Please change. I need to park. I need to park, and I need to turn this car off because my car is smoking. Okay? And it was hard to kind of tell because it also was so foggy, but it was coming up from the front. Finally turns green. We turn onto the street, park in this cute little neighborhood, turn it off. I call my dad, call my boss, trying to figure everything out. My dad's like, oh, maybe you can get an Uber and like transfer all of the paint party supplies. Mind you, my car is an SUV and it has all of the paint party supplies in it, and my dad was trying to get us to get an Uber so we could transfer all of the things to get to the venue to make the paint party happen. Hey girl, an Uber for a 30-minute drive, especially in rush hour traffic, it's just gonna be even more, like $60 or something crazy, just to have a paint party that like it's probably not even, I don't even know if that's possible. And also at that point, I think it was like 6 o'clock at that point. The paint party was supposed to go on at 6:30, so we were 30 minutes away. It also takes, realistically, it with two people, an hour to set up. Like you should at least have an hour to set up, and we did not have that time, so we just had to cancel. My car's to like, we're just sitting there like, what do we do? I guess we'll just go to the closest Jiffy Lube or something, see if they can like change the transmission fluid or something. Like, I don't know. They weren't able to do it once we got there. Then we just were like, okay, so what do we do? I called my friend Fox, and she lived in the city, like closer to us, so we drove to a Walmart because that was 10 minutes away. At this point, my car was not smoking because we let my car sit for 30 minutes, and we were only taking it for like 10-minute drives, like nothing too crazy. So I drove it to the Walmart, parked, went into the Walmart, and this is where me and my coworker, I don't know if I should say names. My coworker, I'll call her Jennifer. I'll say my coworker's name is Jennifer. That's not her name, but whatever. We go into the Walmart, and I'm just like, we're just walking around like, what the just happened? Like, literally, what the just happened? I was like, I'm so sorry that you had to go through this, because since the beginning, like, I've been carpooling us for a while now, and for a while now she's been really afraid of this car, which validly so. The car since the jump has sounded like Chewbacca. It has power steering issues. Only one of the windows would go down. I would have to have a portable like Bluetooth speaker in there because I blew the speakers in that car when I was a teenager, and there's just so many issues with that car. Like, it sounds terrifying, and it is terrifying, and transmission is fucked. It's old. It has like 160,000 miles on it, whatever. and we're just like, literally what just happened? Like, we knew that this was going to happen at some point, but it really did happen at this point. And so we go back to because I'm like, let's just look at the toys, let's go back and like look at the kids toys. We look at plushies, we're having a good time. I really wish I got this. I will put a little photo on in editing. Sorry, Lindsay, you're gonna have to edit this in, but it's like a little, like, it's one of the Hello Kitty characters. I think it's a penguin, but he's like angry. He's like pissed. And oh my god, I'm gonna get this plushie. I will put the plushie. I am gonna get this plushie. Okay? Because he's wearing a little Care Bear suit, and he's like the rainy day Care Bear. I don't know what the name of the Care Bear is, but he's a rainy day Care Bear. And I fucking love Care Bear. I grew up loving Care Bear. Clearly not enough to know their names, but, you know, like, they're fucking adorable. And Hello Kitty, Care Bear, collaboration, and it was rainy, and it's like, it was like a rainy day, and I was like, I really wanted it, but I didn't have much time to get it, but I really wish I bought it, and I really wish I did, because it was so cute, and I will get it one day. But it just was like it was just one of those things where I was like, oh my god, this is so me right now, like, this is so me. Because what the did we just go through? And now my car is to shit, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I work at Michael's, and I didn't really have, for at least a week, I had to have my family drive me. Thankfully, my brother-in-law has a car that's been sitting here for some reason. I don't know why it's here, but thank God, because we got that like fixed up, and I've been driving a little Fiat around, and so that's been nice. It's been nice to like have a smaller car that is less like and like it sounds like Chewbacca. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it sounds terrifying. So that was the day that I was on my way to a paint party, and it was flooding, and my car started smoking, and we had to pull over, and my best friend had to rescue me from the Walmart. So yeah, I love that. I love that for me, and it was a time. It was a time. So yeah, after that day, I started to like contemplate my whole life, because I was like, do I leave the country with everything going on? Because like, I really want to. But anyways, but yeah, that's the story of how my car failed. I think I only have like maybe, hold on, let me check the time. Okay, it is currently 8:24, which means I have to be at work at 9, and I have to leave in like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up. And I didn't even really talk about my artwork at all, but I will just give you a little update, because I haven't read too much more of The Artist Way. So this Artist Way segment is going to be small, but journaling each morning has been genuinely helping me so much. Like, I mean so much. It's just been like regrounding me, because I've been through a lot, and I was pretty burnt out from working 2 jobs. Like, it was a lot, and a lot of driving for, you know, long distance since I've moved, and it's just been really difficult. So I've finally been able to like reground myself, have a routine, like I talked about this morning. Like, having that routine helps me so much and grounds me so much for my day. Like, now I'm like really excited to go to work, because I feel good. I feel like I've had a morning where like I had it to myself. I literally woke up at 5:30 in the morning, which, damn, never would have thought, but I do really love it, and this is a good day. Today's a good day, and we're calling that in, period. Slay, girl, queen, boss. But yeah, still journaling. I have been working on this piece where I'm drawing hands with tattoos on them. I was working on it last night a little bit too, and I'm obsessed with it. I think I was rushing it a little bit last night, so I'm gonna have to like fix some things, but that's okay. It's a pencil drawing, so, you know, easily fixable. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's very cute, very cool. I also really want to get some fabric markers, because like I talked about in my previous episode, behind the camera, behind my phone, I have all of my thrifted clothing that I want to paint, and I've only painted one sweatshirt, and I want to decorate them all. And I do have fabric paint, but it is a lot to set up, and I think fabric markers would help me a lot. So if anybody has recommendations for fabric markers, let a girl know. I would really, 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 really appreciate that. But yeah, this is the, I think, 4th episode of the Luna Lynn's podcast. I don't think I'm gonna count the meditation as part of the pod. I don't know, but it was I needed the meditation. I'll do them occasionally, but at that moment I needed it and it was nice. But yeah, thank you so much for listening and witnessing, and I hope you have a lovely day, evening, night, whenever, wherever you are listening and witnessing this podcast. And go take care of yourself, go do something fun, go journal, go frolic in nature, go drink some water, do all of those great things. I personally really have to pee, so I'm gonna go piss, girl, and I hope you have a lovely day, evening, night, whenever, wherever, again, you are receiving this podcast. And thank you so much for coming back again. Much, much, much love. Bye! Also, remember, always, that you are that bitch, okay? You will forever be that, and you will get everything that you desire, okay? Okay, just had to add that on. So have a great motherfucking day. Bye.